Welcome to my channel once again, everyone. Here is one more topic. The Systematic Manager. Okay, this is also one important topic I'm going to discuss here. As we are seeing, we are making some logics, we are making some programs here, right? By giving some addresses. There are few things that if we are using this address here, like I0 upon 0, I0 upon 1, so these addresses you might be using multiple times, not only one time, right? Not only in one block, you might be using in multiple blocks. So in which block you use which address, how you will identify, how you will trace. Okay. For that, we are having few options here. Okay. That is called cross reference, and there is one more option called rewire for replacing the addresses and archiving and retrieving your project and uploading your project. Okay. And some online offline conditions. So one topic like online offline condition is possible through uh, this with hardware. Okay, the remaining we'll see with the simulation. Now this is a logic here, right? So I just save this window and apply this one. Okay, this hardware also. This part is done. Right. Opening this project. Then generating our cross reference in Systematic Manager, go to the options. In this, you can see there is an option called reference data. In this, we have display and generate. Display, filter, generate. So here, first click on generate because the first time when you are getting cross reference, first click on generate. So regenerated here or updated. Click on regenerated the first time. Then second time onwards, you can simply select updated. You can update only the changes. We'll say yes. It takes some time. Okay. It depends on the number of blocks you are having in your program. Okay, it generates those the list of those blocks. So okay. Then we check that cross reference. Again, go to the options. In this reference data, we are having display option. Get the display. Now here you can see we have customized. Under this we have view to be open. One is cross reference. Second one is assignment, program structure, and use symbols and addresses without symbols. Now select this first view, cross reference, say okay. Now here you can see we're having some columns, address, symbol, block symbols, type, language, and location. I0.0, which is used in OB1, right? All these addresses where in which block it is used, that it is mentioned here. And you can see it is type as R. R means read. Read means inputs. Okay. W means write. Write means outputs. Okay. So like I am W20. And W20 is used in say OB10 as well as in OB35. So it is used as read in OB10 and as input and OB35 as input and output both. Okay. And in which network numbers it is used, that is also mentioned. Suppose if you want to check that network or you want to open that block, you no need to go back and open this OB35. Simply double click on this network, it will open that block. So this network number. You can see it is used as input as well as output. Okay, that's why it is mentioned as in okay, R and W. Now, this is one view. Okay. Another view is assignment of inputs and outputs. So when you click here on the toolbar, here you can see we're having IB0, IB1, all these addresses here. All these addresses here. Input and outputs. Okay. So which addresses have been used? So they are crossbar. And the addresses which are not used are empty. Okay. Blank. And the addresses you use as word, you can see this B, W, and D. Okay. D means byte, W means word, D means double word. If any addresses have been used as words, so it is mentioned with this blue line, that is 2 bytes. 2 bytes means one word. Okay. So these are your memory usage is displayed here. Okay. For the one word, it will display 4 bytes. Okay, with this blue line. Okay. So this is another assignment of IOs. This numbers are used that is mentioned with a crossman. Another view is called program structure. Program structure shows you the all of these blocks like FCs, FBs you are using, right? These are called in another block like OB1 or any other block. So how that call structure is there, if you call this block a call, that will be displayed here. Okay, that's structure. Then we have unused symbols. If any addresses you are using and its symbolic names are not defined, it will be displayed here. Means which are not used. If any symbolic names which are not used. Okay. But addresses without symbols. Okay, without symbolic names, it is displayed here. These addresses are not given any symbolic names. Right? Here, unused symbols means if any addresses you are given symbolic names but you are not used, that will be displayed here. Okay, there is a difference here. There is a cross reference, and you can even filter or one second. From here you can filter. If you want to display all F's and FDs also, but also you can select all and you can see the blocks and the process. Okay, so this is about the cross reference or also known as reference data. So the next topic is rewire. Rewire means if I'm using the same address multiple times or multiple locations, right? So if that particular switch is not working, that address is not working, and I need to change or update that address in all the locations. So what you need to do is you need to search for those addresses in Crossreference and go to that each network and change manually. But instead of that, we're having an option here in Schematic Manager, that is under option on toolbar options rewire. Select this rewire. It will show the old and new addresses option here. You can list out the old and new addresses and you can simply replace like I 0.2 I want to replace with a new address I 0.6 something. Okay, then I click on OK. Yes, it opens one notepad information on the address new address. It will show the replacements here in which block it has replaced. How many times it has been replaced, that will be listed here. Okay, so this is about a rewire. Okay, now next topic is archive and retrieve. Okay, archive means suppose if I want to take a backup of this project. Okay, I want to take a backup of this project. For that, I need to archive. So I can see it is showing the location of the project where it is saved. Let's see program files, right? Siemens, section and project, SCADA, PLC like that. Instead of that, I can take a direct file. Okay, no need to go to that location. Simply close this one. All the blocks, windows should be closed. Okay, while taking archive, while taking backup, so go to file. Here you can see we're having archive option. Click on the archive. In this, you can see we are having the list of the projects. Okay, out of this, you can select our project like SCADA underscore PLC one, which I want to apply. Let's say okay. Then where you want to save this in desktop and what name you want to give that you can mention here. Then click on save. Okay, it is open somewhere. Mm, mm, really name. No. Any other media you want to store this? No. Say okay. Want to save this audio. Now I selected desktop as the location. You can see on desktop the file is created. Now you can copy this one, okay, and paste it in another PC, and you can open this file in another PC. But in that PC also you should have a software installed. For that, you can go to file and having an option called retrieve. You select this retrieve, go to that location, select your file. If you can browse and select this, click on open. See that area. Mm, okay. So it is selecting the destination where it can store the file. Okay. So SM project it is storing. So okay. As let's check with all files, compare. If it finds the same one, okay, it will ask you to rename or replace. Okay, so I just replace it. If it is not there, it will simply add it. Okay, so yes, now you can see this open here. It is how you can take a backup of your project by archiving and retrieving. You can open it in another PC. Okay, suppose if I don't have a program with me, I have not made any logic, but someone else has downloaded, had already downloaded the program in PLC. So what we need to do is you need to take a backup, right? You need to take a backup from PLC first. Okay, for taking backup from PLC, first of all, what we need to do is we need to download the program. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm opening the simulator and downloading the logic into that. Okay, so yes, select this blocks and download. Yes, yes. Okay. Now after downloading, the logic is available in your PLC now. I close this project. For uploading purpose, go to the file, select new, create a new project here, like you name like upload. What is created here? Select the upload project name, then go to the PLC option. You can see upload station to PG. Okay, upload station to PG. So when you select this, it will ask you for the destination, okay, location from where you need to upload. Okay, click on view. Now it will detect your communication driver. Okay, node address. So this accessible node also it will detect, so that we have to check first. If it is not displaying this, maybe it is not communicating. It should display this option here. Okay, then only when you click on OK, you can upload your profile from PLC. Or if any engineer has already given any password to the CPU, due to that if you are unable to upload, then in that case it will not support. Okay, so you need to uh, have a password. Okay, if you are making any entering any password when you are developing your logic, you should remember your passwords. Okay, that's the thing here. So you can set a password for downloading and uploading both. Some engineers will disable the password for uploading. Okay, you can do it only for downloading. So here you can see the blocks are already created here, uploaded. There are no parameter and local variable names because when we download our program, the symbolic names are not downloaded into the PLC. Okay, so the names will not be available here. Only the logic is downloaded with your addresses. Okay, so that's what happened here. It's about the upload option here. So downloading means after making logic, we are directly downloading to the PLC. That is from PC to PLC. Uploading means PLC to PC. Okay, so we have uploaded from PLC to PC right now. Okay, like this, if you don't have a logic with us, if only engineer has already downloaded some logic to the PLC, you can take a backup from that PLC that's called uploading from PLC to PC. Okay, these are the topics, important topics we I was planning to cover since long time. So we didn't got that much time to cover up. So I hope this are going to be helpful for you in future. Okay, thank you very much.